Okay, we're back. I thought there was gonna be like a second form. Alright. So that's a continue point, I hope. Yeah, welcome back to more Let's Play Contra Hard Corpse Blind. That was only the second or third attempt, I think. Yeah, why was that hard again? I'm not entirely sure. I went ahead and just used the thermo bomb thing on the first form. The first form was the one giving me the most problems. It seemed fairly easy to stay away from him. Once you oh geez, how did that not hit me? Oh geez. Huh, so is this an actual boss? Oh geez, he's coming right for me. Okay, let's not die with weapons. Oh, he still had an extra life? Okay. Maybe I got that from taking out the first dude or whatever. Oh, come on, man. Okay, you just gotta keep distance from that guy, I guess. Okay, hopefully this will be a continue point. If so, I'll make a save state. Oh my gosh. Well, at some point I'll probably have to replay a bunch of levels. Is this after the first form? It is, okay. When this starts, I'll stop, or I'll make this save state. Okay, so he turned him into, that dude, unfortunately. That's a bummer. Oh, I don't have any weapons, though. That sucks. Okay, so the angles in the corners are gonna make the things bounce around in a goofy, unpredictable way. Oh, come on, dude. But yeah, the second, after you just, like, once he was down to 3 legs and then 2 legs and then 1 leg, it seemed fairly easy to, like, stay away from him. Sometimes he wouldn't even, like, come towards you. You could just, like, stay on the walls. And you would just dodge him for, like, long periods of time. And just pump shots into him for free. Oh my gosh, is the whole episode gonna be me fighting this dude? I hope not. Why does... Oh, that just flat out didn't hurt you. I was about to say, like, I'm pretty sure I've touched that a couple of times. How come it hasn't been hurting me? So that's the path that he's gonna take. Okay, that's cool and all, but I'm not super worried about contacting him. I'm worried about the thing coming right for me. Should I do fixed shot, I wonder? Yeah, other than this, hopefully this will lead to, like, a new stage or a new branch or something, because I don't think there's any more branching paths unless there's, like, another hidden exit. That one battle arena place, that area with the turrets or whatever, like, that was, like, a secret. Like, if there's other secrets in the levels, in some of the other levels, I'm not aware of any of them. So if this takes me to a level I've already been to, I'm trying to think. I don't think there were any other branching paths. I might have to look up the other levels or whatever. Yeah, it is pretty cool to have a bunch of like endings and branching paths and stuff, but I think the downside to it though is that it makes it so you can't play start to finish and play all the levels in one go. That makes, like, speedrunning this game, like, not really possible. You'd have to have a different speedrun category for every branching path or whatever. It would be cool if there was some kind of code or something that you could put in that would just say, like, to heck with the story, just let me play all the levels all in a row, you know? I've joined my spirit with the corporeal qualities of the alien. Okay, how did you do that? And in the process, created the ultimate super being, which I'll have to fight with no lives. Cool. Okay. So we gotta dodge the Kamehameha. Oh, that's what he does when it hits 0. Okay, cool. Alright, did I get one more continue to start at that final phase? No! God dang it. Okay, well, I guess I gotta find, I guess I gotta get there and do better. Okay, another attempt at this guy. I did manage to take out the second, or the scientist guy without dying. I was trying to preserve as many lives as I could. So I did have a save state that had 2 continues, but it only had 1 life. So I had to save scum my way past the first form, and then I was trying to preserve my life to get to the big dude or whatever. Because I was hoping that if I gained another life, then that would be as if I had to continue, you know? It would be like starting with a continue at the 3rd form without actually having to use one, you know? But it turns out you do not gain one. Alright, so I have an extra life. So I'll start it here. Yeah, that scientist boss, yeah, it turns out he does actually have a pattern. It's actually not that hard. The hard part was doing it without ever getting hit, like, ever. I kept getting hit because the little ball that he shoots, it, like, I kept touching it after it, like, landed on the ground or whatever, you know? It stays, it's like damage. It stays damaging once it lands. So once I, like, dodged it, I would, like, touch it after I dodged it, you know? Okay, boy, I think we got some practice to do on this guy. Jeez, and okay, so I used a continue, so I have 1 more continue. I really hope that at some point I don't have to just save scum through the entire game just to get through with enough continues to play, like, the other levels. The good news is that when he does that, you know what, it actually is kind of, I think, a little too forgiving, dare I say, that it actually gives you a countdown to tell you exactly when he's gonna act. That way you can get out of the way. Is there a tell when he's about to do that? Yeah, the other dude's pattern was actually not hard. I thought that the spiderweb thing would damage you. It actually doesn't damage you. Turns out, okay. Turns out that's where he goes. I think I mentioned that before, but yeah, he shoots like the single ball thing, and then he shoots the one where it goes in like all directions, and it like you have a moment to see where it's gonna go, so you can get out of the way. But yeah, like I said, like it wasn't super hard, but just doing it for a long, you know, just evading long enough to do enough damage without me getting hit ever at all was the tricksy part. Okay. All right. Okay, so when he does that, oh, too much power, can't maintain. Ah! Does it matter how much damage I do to him? What the frick? God. Okay, so he's officially lost control. So stand and shoot. Is he gonna? Okay. Oh man, what a way to go. Okay, I have a feeling I have to do both forms. Oh, jeez. Which means that, let me just double check before there's no way it's gonna let you be in the second form of that. That'd be, okay, I didn't think so. I think the worst part of this is that I'm freaking tired. I think that's gonna be, like, that's the thing that, jeez, okay, so the right side of the screen is completely unsafe. Oops. Trying to fake shot. You know what? This form isn't actually that tough. You just have to know, like, it's your instinct that when he jumps up, like, you want to, like, put distance, but you actually have to go, like, go closer to him, because he's gonna obliterate the opposite side of the screen. Oh, maybe I should use the bubble shot and save the grenade shot for the other form. Oh man, that was close. Yeah, and he's got the tail is pretty long on that too. Yeah, I guess this guy actually isn't that hard. So I guess it makes sense that it's only the first form. Alright. Is that it? Did I do enough? You know what? I'm actually not sure if you just have to, if that's timed, or if it actually matters how much damage you do. I can't tell. Man, this thing is ugly. And he is angry. I'd be angry too if I was that ugly. Okay, get ready to, okay. Okay, get ready for the extendo. Oh, he extendoed different. Genesis does what Nintendo extend don't. Oh man, that was a long way to go to make that joke. Oh my gosh, I'm still not 100% switching between fixed shot and free shot easily. It still takes me several attempts, like every time, it seems. Ah! Oh, I did the wrong thing. I did the wrong thing. Alright. Okay, another shot at this guy. The other day I was using my my pocket vagina. I have a silicone vagina that I have sex with, that I masturbate with, and man, I'm so lazy. I've said this before, but like I'm like super lazy. Like I work hard at my job, and before the lockdown or whatever, I went to yoga like 6 days a week. I'll start going again. So you would think that like I don't know what you think, but basically, like, because I bust my tail and I, like, exercise every day, and I, like, bust tail at my job, you would think that I'm, like, a hardworking person, and I am. But then when it comes to, like, stuff around the house, like, stuff that I don't, like, have to do, well, I guess I don't have to do yoga. But my point, what I'm getting at, is I'm, like, super lazy with certain things in my life. Pretty much everything except work and yoga. And paying bills on time. Like, besides that, I'm, like, super lazy with, like, everything. Like, I'm so lazy that, like, I hardly ever use my, my pocket vagina because, like, I'm too lazy to, like, clean it. And you have to, like, first you have to rinse the spooge out. And then you have to put this, like, powder stuff in it to, like, dry it or whatever. To like maintain it or whatever, to make sure that the stuff stays soft feeling or whatever. God dang, dude. And I'm like too lazy to do those like 2 steps. And there was one time where, dude, I like you. Plus, after you just like blow your load, like you don't feel like doing stuff, you know. So there was one time where I used it, and then I just like set it down, and I didn't clean it for like, I don't know, it was probably hours, way too long, you know. And one of the ones I have, yeah, I actually I bought a Tenga spinner recently, but the other one, it has like a plastic shell around it, that way, because otherwise it's like impossible to jerk off with if it's like too soft. Like, there's nothing to, like, you need it to not be super soft or whatever. Because otherwise you can't, like, get, like, a handle on it or whatever. Oh, man, it was close. So I had it in the shell, uncleaned or whatever. And then, so I took it out of the plastic shell and, rinsed it out and I made the mistake. Well, actually, I found out that there is actually a small hole. There's actually a small hole in the back of the silicon part or whatever, or what do they call it? PPE. I forget what they call it. Some kind of something that's supposed to be like softer and feels more realistic than silicon. But for simplicity's sake or whatever, I'll just call it silicon. Turns out there's a teeny tiny hole in the back. So because then with like the shell or whatever, you can actually set it upright. That way your kids don't all spill out while you're like putting your pants back on or whatever. Because some of them, if you get one where it doesn't have that plastic shell or whatever, actually there's some where you can't, where it has a plastic shell, but then you still can't stand it up. So it's like, what's even the point then? So I had it standing upright, and then so I just like left it for like way too long, and I went to clean it, and then that was when I noticed that there's a hole in the bottom of it. So it turns out my kids like all like drained out the bottom of it into the plastic part. And you know me, I mean, I could not help myself. I put my nose up to it and took a whiff, and oh my god, that thing smelled like all the loads. I left that, and plus I let it, like I said, I had let it sit there for way too long. So that was not. It was one of those that you know how guys are. Jeff Foxworthy had that bit where he's like, whenever something smells bad, guys just like can't resist smelling it, and then they'll call like their other guys, and they're like, oh my god, this smells terrible. Hey Frank, come in here and take a whiff of this. And then he comes in and he smells it and he's like, oh, that's so terrible. Hey Dave, come here, you gotta get a whiff of this. You know, so even if they tell you it smells terrible, and even if you know it's gonna smell terrible, for some reason you just want to like smell it for yourself. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a guy thing. Jeff Foxworthy made that joke more than 10 years ago. Yeah, I don't know what the I don't know why that's a guy thing, but apparently, yeah, I was tempted, and I did it, and I knew I wasn't gonna like it, and I did it anyway. And I have no defense. I have no reason as to why the hell I would do that. But yeah, I'm an advocate for the sock method. I've talked about this before, but I'm so lazy that I just shoot it in a sock. No fuss, no muss. Oh, dude, I kind of wish I knew which like extendo pattern he was gonna do. I feel like this part is like easy now. But you launch it into a sock, and the sock's made of cotton, so you can dab the tip of your wiener, get that one last little drop out or whatever. But it sucks when you forget to like squeeze the head of your wang to get like that last drop out, and then it like works its way out after you've gone flaccid. Next thing you know, your crotch is like cold and wet. That happened to me one time, and I wasn't really made aware of it until I was actually already recording. So I was like, God dang it. Okay, let's try to not die in the first 3 seconds. It's probably me saying to try to not do it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Okay, lots of free shots. It's nice. All right. Get away! What are you supposed to do there? I guess you have to stand here and duck, but you have to know that he's going to do that pattern. Oh, I thought I was going to be able to make it to the right in time. Oh, jumping is not a good thing to do. Jesus Christ. Okay. So he always does the double hop. Hey, that's not a safe place to go. I didn't know he was going to do that. I feel like there's not enough time to, like, react to that.